Hi, and welcome back to Two Bears Trekking. Today we're going to talk about my favorite place to go in St. Thomas,
Where's that?
St. John.
Oh, wait. No, you said St. Thomas.
Yes, I have been to St. Thomas so many times on cruises, and if you are sailing on an Eastern Caribbean cruise, you are likely going to stop in St. Thomas. And while there are lots of beautiful places to go on St. Thomas, like Magens Bay, and lots of interesting things to do there, my favorite spot the most beautiful spot I've found is Trunk Bay on St. John.
So how do you get there?
I am glad you asked. We're going to tell you how a lot of people get there and why, and how we ended up getting there and why. Okay, so public ferries are available. Charlotte Millier downtown, where some of the ships dock, the smaller ships, but it's very limited. There is limited ferry service from there. It's very convenient. But most of the people are going to be docking at Havensight or Crown Bay. Crown Bay is basically Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, where we docked. You're going to take a taxi. It's about $20 to $25 over to the Red Hook Ferry Terminal. And that ferry runs between Red Hook and Cruise Bay in St. John like every hour.
Convenient.
Absolutely.
But if you don't and you're time restricted, which we were,
yes,
the best way to go is
the ships on your own excursion, because like I said, we docked later. We docked at 12:30. So the ferry, if you book the ship's excursion, departs right there from the cruise terminal.
It's convenient.
Just walk right over there.
There you go. Jump on that little boat and away you go.
And the nice thing is they do some narration along the way.
So it feels kind of like an added tour almost.
It is. There's a little bit of added value there. In our case, it was a little bit cheaper because we got a super sale, but usually doing it that way through the ship is a little bit more expensive. And like I said, you only get about 4 hours in total, and that includes the ferry ride. So once you dock at Cruise Bay, plenty of options to get you out on those open air ferries to cruise, open air safari trucks to Cruise Bay. All right, so after about a 35-minute ferry ride, we're here in Cruise Bay, St. John, and we are on the open air taxi here, headed out to Trunk Bay. It's nice and sunny and warm. That cloudiness this morning cleared up. And so
and I put on sunscreen. Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, you're still going to burn though.
I expect it,
well,
yeah.
We'll see by the time we're done. If you are on the ship's tour, which is a little bit more constricted in time, you aren't going to be able to go out to other places like Honeymoon Bay.
Right. People talked about that and they said, don't do it.
Right.
You don't have time.
Because you won't have time. As it was, we only had about, an hour and a half?
About that, yeah. 2 hours at max, yeah.
Right, if everything goes
smoothly.
Correctly. Yeah. So they take you, and along the way, they will stop for a photo op, which is great.
Beautiful. You get to see where you're going and take some pictures.
And then you can get there and you stand in line again.
Again, yes.
To pay your $5 entry fee per person. It is run by the National Park Service. And then there's lots of things you can rent.
You can rent snorkeling. You can rent a lawn chair, to sit on the beach. But, and food. They have food there too, which is nice. But they also have the restrooms and the showers, which is also kind of a nice feature.
Until 4 o'clock.
Until 4 o'clock. Emphasize 4 o'clock. We had people, and they turn them off. They warn you, and they turn them off. People were frustrated. But look at the sign. The sign says 4 o'clock. I mean, read your signs.
And we knew that, and we ran it till the very last minute because we wanted to make every moment count.
Yes, we did.
And we sort of, like guys can do, just to the under the towel change.
Yeah, it works. It worked. So,
so then you make your way down to the beautiful beach in here's
This
the
is
view.
what you see. It's gorgeous. I mean, you told me this is one of the more beautiful beaches, and I have to admit, it really is. The water's nice and warm. There's a snorkeling trail that you can go on. I mean, I enjoyed just, at the short amount of time we were there, I had a great time.
The one negative people will talk about here is that it gets very crowded, and because it is a smaller beach, there's not as much space. They will tell you to go to the left, and that's away from the snorkel trail. But I will tell you, I haven't really been there when it's super, super crowded. I think it's a great spot. And if you're spending a lot of time in the water, it's just beautiful, because this is a little protected cove, because where it's located, and then you can see there is that barrier out there. It does keep the larger waves at bay, as it were.
There you go.
But you do not want to sneak around the edge of that, because many people will get cut up on that coral as the waves slam them against the backside of that outcropping.
Right. So, stay within the cove. Yeah.
Now, the snorkel trail, you can also get snorkel gear in town. If you have the entire day, you can rent it in there, and you can have more options, a little bit nicer gear as well, and a bigger selection.
Right. If we do it again, we might go back, honestly.
Absolutely. I've been many times. And as I said, it is my favorite spot in St. Thomas.
Now, here's a question. Would you go there? From what you've seen, would you, have you gone there? Comment below, and let us know. Give us a thumbs up.
And if you want to see more port-related content or cruise-related content, make sure you subscribe, because there is lots more coming up.
Absolutely.
And as always,
Keep on trekking.